Well, you've certainly seen roadkill on the side of a busy highway or an interstate. Some of you may have even been involved in a collision with an animal. Well, today, WDRB's Dalton Godby found out about how the state is working to keep those animals off the side of the roads.
Kentucky Fish and Wildlife says there is normally between 3,000 and 4,000 vehicle collisions with wildlife every year in Kentucky. Officials say this section of I-64 is one of the worst. As cars roll through Interstate 64, remains of deer and other wildlife hit by speeding vehicles show the possibility of a close encounter could be likely.
And so we're almost double the statewide average in these counties. So there's just a lot of deer great habitat.
Along I-64 in Jefferson, Shelby, and Franklin counties, the deer population is thick thanks to a rural, wooded habitat.
A lot of it's pretty wooded. They have some open mowed areas along the sides of the road, to improve visibility and whatnot, but you still have a lot of wooded open areas that, are really easy for deer to jump back and forth between.
A federal grant will allow the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to study how the state can reduce the number of collisions between vehicles and animals. Last year, more than 3,000 deer collisions were reported across Kentucky.
I would wager total collisions are probably at least twice what we report.
The $1.2 million federal grant will focus a study on I-64 between Louisville and Frankfort.
They might develop an underpass where they can go through it easily, or they'll do an overpass. It's just basically a bridge. It's got vegetation on it and fencing across the highway.
And though peak season for these crashes is winding down, officials offer advice when encountering deer in a roadway.
We say slow for deer, don't veer, to try to get people to reduce their speeds, reduce those accidents.
The study is expected to start this summer. With photojournalist Chad Cantliner, Dalton Godby, WDRB News.